meeting me. I apologize for the eat. Are you?
Again, Mama.
She was split
Alphabetically.
That I was met with complete and immediate.
She waits for the maids to throw out.
I think Penelope is quite fortunate.
Are you all right?
dearest, just nearly to the clouds, and interested in only one thing.
I hear he is. I just think my mind is elsewhere. Throw it.
One has to fall.
And body inside me. Varley.
Time. Ready so, I think.
Would you like to come in?
But I do hope you find...
The scene opens with Luke Newton's character Colin Bridgerton dreaming about kissing Nicola Coughlan's character Penelope Featherington. Compared to their kiss in real life, which was tender and radiated warmth, this one is more hotter and more sensual. Before the kiss deepens, he awakens. We catch the Bridgertons in the drawing room that morning. Ruth Gemmell's character, Lady Violet Bridgerton, begs Hannah Dodd's character, Francesca, to repeat exactly what Queen Charlotte said to her at the last ball. Benedict, Luke Thompson and Hyacinth, Florence Hunt are informed by Gregory, Walt Tilston that he fractured his arm while attempting to view a hot air balloon from the roof. Most of the time, Eloise, Claudia Jessie reads a book quietly. The family later welcomes Colin. Is his brother having a late night? Benedict queries. In another scene, men are preparing a huge hot air balloon for a public show at an open-air carnival. Francesca is Her Majesty's Diamond of the season, and Queen Charlotte, Golda Roshuvel and Lady Agatha Danbury, Ajoa and O go over a list of deserving suitors for her. Lord Alfred Debling is mentioned by Lady Danbury. The Queen, though, thinks he's too engrossed in nature to think about getting married. Danbury makes reference to her unwelcome home visitor, but she withholds the name. Penn meets Lady Portia, Polly Walker, Prudence Dankworth, Bessie Carter, and Philippa Finch, Harriet Keynes in the drawing room of the Featherington residence in the meanwhile. It has been a week since her daughter has been withdrawing into her room, remarks Portia. Then, Eloise pays Penn a surprise visit. She expresses regret for the rumors that started to circulate about Colin adopting Penn. According to Eloise, she had no intention of sharing the information. Penn responds that if Eloise revealed it on purpose, she wouldn't hold it against her. Eloise wishes Penn well in her search for a spouse. Later, after deciding it's time to reintegrate into society, Penn goes for a stroll. She is the center of attention for everyone. When she and Colin get back together, they awkwardly decide to stop teaching. Then, when Lord Debling, Sam Phillips is staring at the plush animal heads affixed to the wall, the moms at the party chat about him. Joanna Bobbin's character Lady Cooper pushes her daughter Cressida, played by Jessica Madsen, to get Debling to wed her. Her parents will find her a spouse if she is unable to locate one on her own. Speaking with Debling, Cressida discusses being a predator rather than a prey. The Featheringtons and Bridgertons show up in the interim. Benedict recognizes the debutante from the previous episode with whom he danced. He makes every effort to elude her. In another passage, Lady Danbury tells Francesca that the lesser lords typically arrive first, followed eventually by the more powerful ones. Eloise and Cressida take a stroll in the park the next day. In an attempt to win Debling over, Cressida confesses her wish to learn more about nature. Given that Eloise is smart, she seeks for her assistance. Later, during an outdoor market, the Featherington, Dankworth, and Finch clan appears to Lord Hawken's hot air balloon demonstration. Colin locates Penn. To keep the Tons from realizing they're talking to each other, the couple pretends to be staring at candies. Penn acknowledges that she's enjoying her time with Debling. They are becoming more intimate. Even though Colin appears unhappy about it, he attempts to hide it. He stares at her lips as she bites into a cupcake. Eloise and Cressida then encounter Debling. Cressida exclaims how much she loves the legendary orc. To impress Debling, Penn and Cressida engage in a not-so-subtle competition to discover who can learn the most about nature. Penn is certain that one should not ignore the sparrow. The Mondricks make the decision somewhere not to go to the event that evening. Will does, after all, miss his club. Even if he stops by sometimes, it's not the same as spending a night there. Alice would like to remain indoors. Benedict, meantime, goes into a tent to listen to Lord Hawkins, Deepak Verma talk about his creation of the hot air balloon. There, he encounters Hannah New's character Lady Tilly Arnold, a strong-willed woman who silences the males who oppose Hawkins' presentation. Francesca is then introduced to Lord Samadani, David Mumeni, a marquis from Vienna, by Queen Charlotte. To meet her, he made the special trip to London. Sitting side by side, they stare at the hot air balloon. Penn and Cressida are concurrently carrying on their covert rivalry for Debling's affection. Right now, Prudence and her spouse Harry Dankworth, James Foon choose to have it done next to a tent, out of sight. Prudence pushes Harry as a guy suddenly catches them. He stumbles over one of the ropes that is securing the balloon. The balloon's fastening pegs are pulled out when it comes loose. Wool, Colin, Benedict, and the other guys scramble to seize ropes so they can draw the balloon back to where it was resting. It's a daring deed that only a romantic lead is capable of. The balloon is hurtling toward her when the pen freezes in place. Violet loses her glove when the Bridgerton family shows up at the event later that evening. Daniel Francis's character, Lord Marcus Anderson, takes it up. Before they part, the two momentarily make eye contact. Cressida receives an order from Lady Cooper to get Debling to dance. Not a tight squeeze. Eloise idly strolls around, utterly disinterested in the debutante's discussions about marriage and the wedding day. Lord Samadani and Francesca spend more time together, but when he says he wants 8 children, she is overwhelmed. Violet notices that Francesca has left Samadani and goes looking for her when she excuses herself. She is reunited with Lord Anderson. Violet is introduced to him by Lady Danbury as her brother. Francesca encounters Victor Ali's character, John Sterling, the Earl of Kilmartin, outside. He has no problem standing outside by himself in quiet. There's a cozy silence between the two of them. Then Will works at his busy club, behind the bar. Will talks with Jonathan Livingstone's character, Lord Garrett, about the impending hunt to which he was invited. Garrett tells Will that there are boundaries to everything in high society. In another scene, Penn strikes up a conversation with Lord Debling as he brings Cressida some lemonade. She expresses regret for posing as someone she wasn't the day before. Penn doesn't like being in the outdoors and would rather curl up with a nice book. Debling says he would much rather wed someone who is exactly who she is. Colin walks up to Penn, obviously hoping to make a declaration of love. But he can't say anything once he sees Penn. My sad infant. Debling suddenly appears and asks Penn to dance. Julie Andrews plays Lady Whistledown, who tells the story of Debling's unexpected courtship of Penn. Lady Whistledown states, it is quite evident that the battle is, in fact, between man and himself in the struggle between man and nature. Colin, who is in love with Penelope, appears disturbed as he watches her dance with another man.